Hey, Quad Bros, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you guys are here for another tier list. This time, we're hitting up every single semi-auto rifle in Enlisted, as well as all of select fire weapons, gold orders, and premiums included. So we're going to be running through this as quickly as we can, starting off here with the M1 Garand, probably one of the most iconic rifles and semi-auto rifles of all time, and especially during World War II. And this is basically straight B tier. I mean, this gun is exactly what you want from a semi-auto. It is, just the absolute benchmark for what you want a semi-auto to be. It's good. It's got good sights, not the best. It's got a good magazine capacity, not the best. It's got good damage, not the best. It's got good reload speed, but not the best. It's got everything you want, nothing you don't, but it could be better in a lot of different regards, and that's why it's going to be put straight up here in B tier. Now, moving on to the G41, I'm going to drop that into C tier. It does have a 10-round magazine, but its reload speed just kills it. I can't tell you guys how many times I have died reloading this goddamn thing. And at the end of the day, it just doesn't always do what you need it to do. It doesn't have great dispersion. Its sights aren't the best. And while it's an okay gun, it really struggles with that reload time. So I'm going to be dropping it down into C tier. We're going to skip ahead to the G43, which is going to be here in B tier. I'm going to put it below the M1 Garand for the simple fact that I don't like its sights as much. I just don't. It's got 2 more bullets, and it's got worse sights, so we're putting it in B tier, below the M1 Garand. SVT is going to be up in A tier. The SVT has 2 more bullets than the M1 Garand. I think it has slightly less damage, but its biggest upside is that it has much lower visual recoil and, in my opinion, better sights, meaning you're able to hit your shots a little bit better. And overall, I think it's just a little bit better of a gun. Now, for our first select fire, the AVS is going to be up here in A tier. AVS, it's a solid semi-auto and select fire weapon. Great sights, good damage, good rate of fire. Kind of on the small side for magazine capacity, but it gets the job done. It's a great gun overall. And you can use it in either auto or semi-auto, and that's kind of rare for the select fires. A lot of the select fire rifles don't feel good in semi-auto because they have too much dispersion. The AVS is not like that. You can use it in semi-auto at range and full auto up close and do just fine. The Armaguerra is going to be down here in C tier. I don't like this gun. 6-round magazine, bad dispersion, low damage, low reload speed, I think. It's just not a good gun. I'm not a huge fan of it. The AVT is our primo weapon for the select fire rifles. This is probably the best select fire in the game outside of gold orders. It is incredibly strong. It does everything you need and everything you want select fires to do. And there's really not anything to complain about. The magazine capacity is a little low at just 15, but you get a lot of bullets and you can reload it pretty quick. So really not too big of a downside. The FG42 is going to go below the AVS. It just kind of isn't as good. I think it's got worse sights. I think it's got worse dispersion. It's just not quite as good as the AVS while still being very good. These two, I think, could go back and forth, and you can make arguments for either of them. But just on the sights alone, I'm going to drop it below. FG42-2 is going to go below the AVT. FG42-2 is amazing. There's not a whole lot to say about it, right? It's a great gun. Not as good as the AVT. 5 more bullets, but worse dispersion, worse recoil, worse sights, worse visual recoil. It's just slightly worse than the AVT overall. Johnson M1941 is going to be below the M1 Garand, in my opinion. I really just see this gun as an M1 Garand, but worse. It's got 2 more bullets, which is cool. But at the end of the day, I'm just kind of like, but it just has worse sights. It just doesn't feel good to use. I don't know. It's more expensive silver orders wise. It's just a worse gun in my eyes. M1 Carbine is definitely Delisle tier. I mean, I know I made a video talking about this gun, and I know I like this gun a lot. But at the end of the day, when I compare it to these other guns, it just has to be Delisle tier. It's not good. It needs a rate of fire increase for it to be good. If it shot faster, I think that I could easily see this gun being up in C tier, around the G41, but just doesn't fire fast enough. It doesn't do the damage. It's got the magazine capacity. It's got the good sights. It just doesn't fire fast enough. It cannot do enough damage fast enough to get kills. M2 Carbine is going to be up in Curse tier. Fast firing, big magazine, good damage. Not as good as the AVT, not as good as the FG42, but a good gun nonetheless. Type High is going to be above the Armaguerra, but below the G41 because the 5-round magazine is not very good. M1A2 Carbine should probably be just put in with the M2 Carbine. They're both basically interchangeable. This one, I guess, is slightly better. Turner SMLE is going to be up here. It's a 10-round magazine that is very controllable. I'm going to put it below these select fire rifles. But it's definitely it's one of the best semi-auto rifles, pure semi-auto rifles in the game. It's arguably up here. I think I could make an argument for being above the AVS and FG42, but I'm gonna leave it below it. KBP 135, very strong gold order gun, but nothing particularly special. I'd put it above the Garand, but it's not incredible. Type Otsu is gonna be above the Type High. Actually, it's gonna be below the Type High, above the Armaguerra. 5-round magazine, god-awful sights, terrible dispersion. This gun, I hate it. I hate it, guys. I hate it so much. It's just bad. Every time I use it, I'm mad about using it. M1903 Peterson device is going to be Delisle tier. It's a neat gun, but it's just bad. BG15 is going to be above the M1 Carbine because it does more damage, but it's still not good. Pavesi M42 is going to be up here. Very high damage output. I think it has... what's its rate of fire, or what's its damage output? Oh, I'm not gonna be able to find it. It's gonna be buried on some soldier somewhere. Yeah, it's gonna be buried. Oh, wait, I can get it right here. 6-round magazine, so fairly low magazine capacity. I did not realize that. It actually probably drops it down, arguably even down to B tier. Yeah, I'd probably put it here. It's really good because it hits really hard, which is strong, and it's got good reload time. But that damage, I thought it had 10-round magazine. It does not. Yeah, that really hurts it. ZH-29, while it does have good magazine capacity, and while it does hit hard and do good damage and have good reload time, it has terrible dispersion. Every time I use this gun, I hate it, and I just cannot hit anything, and its sights are like offset and weird, so I don't like it. The Beretta Mod 1931... checks notes. Okay, this is the gold order one, which is solid. The gold order one is decent. It can go up in A tier. G43 Kurz is obviously the best. This is the best gun in the game. I don't really need to talk about it. Everybody talks about it. It shoots fast. It hits hard. It has good magazine capacity. It has good reload speed. It can fire in a 3-round burst. It has no recoil. It's just stupid. It's a really good gun, and there's no reason that you should not have one. Unless you can't get one, because it's already gone. Peterson rifle is going to be in low B tier. Probably here. Yeah, that looks good. I don't know. I don't like it very much. Its sights kind of throw me off. And when it shoots that little clip up in your face as it fires and puts the next round in. I don't like that. It gets in the way. So yeah. This is the gold order one, which is decent as well. But it has a low magazine capacity. So we're going to put it right there. Scotty Model X, also low magazine capacity. Can you guys tell that I really value magazine capacity? KBSP is really solid. We're going to put this up here. Yep. This is an old Berlin premium. I don't even think you can get it anymore. Type Co is going to also go up here. I really like this gun. 10-round magazine, low dispersion, good damage, very strong rifle. I like it a lot. Its only bad thing is it has bad sights, so we're actually going to put it lower. The Garand 03 is also very strong. We're putting that up here. Winchester G30M. I don't like this gun. It's a low magazine capacity. Got bad sights. Yeah, I don't like it. SKS31. If Shavex is watching this video, I apologize, bud. I know you like this gun. I hate this gun. It's got low magazine capacity. I don't like it. I don't like low magazine capacity semi-auto rifles. That's if I have a gun that only has 5 rounds in a magazine, I just want to use a bolt action. I just think that I should be using a bolt action that fires quickly. I mean, I just don't see a reason, I need those extra bullets to do the job. And I just don't think that these do it. M2 Carbine is already on this. And the SKT is a sniper. I don't know why it's here. That's my list, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know what you guys want me to do a tier list over next. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on this and future tier lists. Let me know in the comments down below. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.